on the Coyoteman Show Network.
Let's take a walk with Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. Let's take a walk with Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. And it goes a little something like this.
Welcome to the Larry Wallace Show. Let's take a walk. We right here live here on the Coyoteman Show Network on Roku TV and Amazon Fire. But we have some special guests here. Everybody know the trauma response team. We're gonna talk to the Commander-in-Chief, Dr. Andre Humphrey.
Thank you for having me, Brother Wallace.
Anytime. Yes.
Honored to be here.
And also Dr. Andre Humphrey. Let's introduce the trauma response team.
Well, this is just a part of the trauma response team. Start to my right, we have the Deputy Chief, Apostle Clarence Hooper, also known as the Pit Bull.
We're going to talk about why you call him the Pit Bull.
And then we have Brother Suni Rockman, who is my assistant.
Suni Rockman.
And then we have Sister Denise Rucker, who is responsible. She's in charge of training initiative and coordinating community liaison.
Right on. Thank you, Rucker. You know, we just had a training. What was it? Saturday past. And it was.
And we got Brother Rodney Ward.
Brother Rodney Ward is on the other side. We will be talking to him a little later. You know, Dr. Andre Humphrey, can you tell us why it's so important to have a trauma response team in Baltimore City?
Well, basically, Brother Wallace, with our training to train community folk and professionals how to recognize the psychosis of people that experience mental health, we can save lives. Where, you know, not throwing no shade about what just happened, but we can save lives all the time. It's not about bang, bang, bang.
Now, you saying that what just happened, did it take place in Baltimore City or just national?
Yes. Well, national. I'm talking about national. I'm not just talking about what happens in Baltimore City. Mm-hmm. Trauma is all over the country. So people need to be more trained and more aware of what happens to people when trauma goes untreated.
So let's talk to Deputy Chief
Apostle Clarence Hooper.
Apostle Clarence Hooper.
Glad to be here, sir. How you doing?
Thank you. So you have training in the military as well?
Yes, sir. 15 years military training.
Right on. What branch you was with?
Army.
And tell us about the Army. Y'all first hands on the ground?
No, we're second hands on the ground. First hands on the ground was Marines. We came in second.
Give it up for the Marines?
Yeah. We came in second, but we was the grunts and the artillery units.
Right on. So, Commander-Chief, talk to your deputy commander.
Well, Apostle Hooper, he does an outstanding job. You know, whatever you see the need, he has the passion for this job, and he's like BG&E on it.
Right on.
You know, when I have issues with the police department and they don't do what I need them to do,
You go out, you send them.
Yeah, I send the pit bull, and he takes care of it. Right. But he does an outstanding job. He loves people, and he gets results for the trauma response team.
So if someone watching all over Baltimore City, they can call, who they get in touch with first?
They get in touch. They can call me, but most of the time they get in touch with Apostle Hooper, and he can put his number out there, and I can put my number out there, whatever way you prefer it.
So can you tell us the finale as far as how the training goes, what you do? You train in the field.
Well, once we have the initial training in the building, the next part is to get them in the uniform. Then once we get them in uniform, we get them out in the field. I'll take them out in the field and I show them the difference between how the community was before that trauma and how it is now. Basically, we want them to get a feel that what we teach you in the class is going to help you when you go out in the field.
So tell us the do's and don'ts, what you do in the field and what you don't. Because when you was at the training, I like how you said that, how you go to the victim, and how you give your card out. Just explain what you have to do in the field.
Well, when we taking out new candidates in the field, I always tell them to bring a notebook and a pad with them and a pen with them. I want them to be observed. I just want them to observe. I don't want them to say anything or do anything. It's because for a simple reason, they are new. They really don't know what to say. And I want them just to see how we operate. The purpose of how I do what I do. When I come out to a field, I find out who's the ranking officer on the scene, and I'll give him my card, and he'll direct me where I need to go. Well, if it's for the family or a loved one that just lost for somebody, I will walk up to them and just give them my card, and I will tell them that I'm here for them. I will then walk away from them because they are grieving, and I don't want to pressure myself and push myself on them. But I have found out by doing what I do, while they in the field, they've been looking at that card and they wind up seeking me to come back over, and they begin to tell me what's going on.
Okay. Any questions?
No, sir. No. When you want me to go on down the line and tell you what each one do?
Yes, sir.
Next we have Brother Sunni Rockman. He wears many hats, and he deals with young people, motivational speaker, and he's helping right now to renovate, doing some property renovation. He's you can have two right-hand names.
Right on. Two right-hand names.
Yeah, you have two right-hand names.
Renovation and
yeah, and he also, when there's a crisis that I need to get a hold of somebody, I call Brother Sunni, and he's Johnny on the spot. He's always there. If I get in contact with him and tell him what I need or send him a text, he's just a man of many hats, and he has great credibility. But I'll let him speak for himself.
Brother Sunni, right on. So tell us about
I ain't
your
heard
position.
that in a while. Right on. You old school.
Right on. Yes, I'm old school.
Yeah.
Brother Sunni, tell us the chief, the assistant chief, right? Tell us, explain your rank.
Again, as Dr. Andre Humphreys stated, assistant to the commander in chief. Whatever he need, if we can lighten his load, that's what we try to do. That's what I try to do, lighten his load day by day. Whenever he feel like, or whenever we can try to get him to take some time off for himself, I'll try to step in and lighten his load. But at the present, he has me out there chasing them young folks, because we want the young people to know that they can manage that trauma coming into adulthood. And, so we just out there.
Right on. So tell us about what was the, what touched home? What can you tell the world, about the trauma when you went out in the field? What did you see so devastated that, touched your heart?
Seeing folks like you and Miss Flowers out there, Dr. Humphrey, the two wonderful folks on both of my side. I can call a situation where we showed up where the woman had frozen to death just standing up, up under the bridge. She was just standing there. So a lot of instances where the gentleman, we lost a gentleman down inside the porta potty down at the stadium. So situations like that, even my own neighbors or, own family members, when you see them crises going on and you can't say, I know how you feel, it touches you.
Right. Well, we're gonna we're gonna come back to everyone, but we also gonna introduce the young lady.
Well, the young lady, that's Brother Sunni's wife, and she just have to be the gladiator
Gladiator.
Yeah, the
What the
Yeah,
gladiator?
she-
The
yeah,
good guy, bad guy?
well, I let her. She's Sister Rucker has a lot of spunk in her,
Mhm.
and she's a
She's a go-getter.
yeah, she's a trooper.
Wow.
And sometimes we had to hit her with a little tranquilizer to slow her down. But she's into what she do. She has a passion. She does a lot with the We Are Us for the women, and your cousin Pastor Ebony.
Yes.
Her and her husband is a team. You ever watch wrestling
Yes.
where one is in the ring and one's getting the best, and
Right.
they hit the hand, and the other one come in.
That's tag team.
Yeah, that's tag. Thank you. That's how they
There
operate.
you go.
And I'm just happy to have her on board, and she just happened to be my cousin.
All right. So basically, let's hear from her. Let's see what she does out there in the field.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Humphrey, for that flavorful introduction. So as he was saying, yes, I am the community liaison for the Baltimore Trauma Response Team. We are pushing a community initiative right now. So we've been in the trenches just trying to get the word out, letting the community know that we are here. The Baltimore Trauma Response Team is here, and we are in partnership with Eagle Drama Services, which is the company that we run for community education. And we are also in partnership with the the Family Support Center of Maryland, located in Lansdowne. So we go from Baltimore City to Baltimore County. And right now we're pushing the initiative for community education. As you know, as the gentleman spoke about, the trauma that has affected our city, the untreated trauma.
Excuse me, who's the gentleman?
All of the gentlemen
Okay.
on the panel.
Okay. I thought
Dr. Humphrey.
I thought you didn't know him. I thought you didn't know him. She said the gentleman.
No, I know
And
you-
also
I know
we
you
have
are.
a new partner, brother Rodney Ward.
Yes,
who we
we're
heard
sitting in
from
the
later.
wings, waiting
Yes.
in the wings.
Yes.
So we are definitely here to bring solutions to the community. Right now, we are pushing the community trauma response training initiative, where we are getting people trained, as Deputy Chief said, for to become responders with the Baltimore Trauma Response Team. Also to have the knowledge and wisdom through the trauma aid trainings. We do conflict resolution. We do alternatives to violence, self-awareness workshops, creative expression, anything that promotes healing and helping people to begin the process of healing from their trauma, all kinds of trauma.
Can you elaborate, Sister Rucker, to the people that we have a lot of copycats out there who call themselves the trauma this, the trauma that, but Mother Wallace is only one Baltimore trauma response team. Can you elaborate on that?
There is the Baltimore Trauma Response Team. Dr. Andre Humphrey, Reaching the Unreachable, has been in the trenches of Baltimore City for over 36 years. So the Baltimore Trauma Response Team has been around a very long time, have many partnerships in Baltimore City, and is known for treating and responding to trauma, and has been responding to trauma for a very long time in Baltimore. And I believe and I know that if the Baltimore Trauma Response Team, we get the support and we need, the resources that we need, all the resources that we need, because we do have a few, but if we get more resources, that we can really truly make a greater impact than the impact that's already been made in Baltimore City.
Thank you, Sister.
Now, excuse me, did you say copycat? Copycat means
Yes,
other people
yeah,
making like they the trauma.
yeah,
response thing
perpetrator.
that.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to say any names?
No. Well, I'm saying we
I don't know what a copycat is. Copycat is like me trying to copycat off the trauma response team, or do you have another?
Yeah, well, a lot of people
It's a high ticket.
they call
Somebody
themselves. It's like I said, you have the trauma informed care that's led by Councilman Zeke Cohen.
Trauma who?
Informed care.
Then tell us about that.
Well, that's a bill that Councilman Zeke Cohen got passed through the Elijah Cummings Act. He was instrumental in getting that bill passed. I sit down many times with Councilman Zeke Cohen. We supposed to been working together, but that never happened.
Wait a minute. Now I'm totally lost on this one. So
You lost?
now another trauma. They call it trauma team,
They call it the trauma informed care.
and they go out when crime.
No, they don't go out.
So what
No.
they do?
Well,
Because I be seeing us out.
yeah, I guess they train people. I guess I don't really know what they did.
How long this other trauma team was out? Have you seen it?
About 2 years.
So they was out 2 years. You know, not throwing any curves, but I just been seeing us out there. You know,
Because we the real deal.
you a real deal Holyfield.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's one copycat. Now tell us about another copycat.
And
There's
then we've trained many organizations. Val Jenkins, Hug Don't Shoot. We trained numerous organizations.
Mhm.
Then we had another organization which happened to be my cousin on my father's side. They call themselves the Trauma Advocacy.
And they out there too.
They
Come
were-
on
they
now. I
were.
mean, look.
They were, but I haven't seen them.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So
were.
basically, we the only one out there.
That's it.
Can
Yes.
I take this call?
Take a call.
We always
Oh,
responding.
see, you gotta respond, folks. That's live TV. You know, but
Always responding.
that's trauma response team.
Well, Randy, why you step out to come up?
So we also have another gentleman named
Brother Rodney Ward.
and brother
Good,
Rodney
good
Ward.
Brother Rodney heard of the work that we were doing,
Mhm.
and he knows a lot of the people that I know. He was instrumental in getting us to place 29 North Smallwood Street.
That's where I know him
Yeah,
from.
where Tim Bridges is the vice president, and they doing a lot of great things down there. So Brother Rodney called me and say, "Hey, Doc, you know, what can I do? I want to help."
Mhm.
So when people say that, and I heard his passion in his voice, so I
let's
wouldn't dare
talk
have
to
him.
him.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk to Rodney Ward. Rodney Ward.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Now you a part of the trauma response team?
Yes, I took the first training, so now I'm going through the next steps of training. So I'm waiting for them to be lined up for me, well, scheduled for me, and then we'll be proceeding forward with that.
So tell the world, what did you get out of the first training on the Baltimore Trauma Response Team when you came to the meeting Saturday?
Well, the first meeting was very, very informative. It was explained to us in several different forms of what trauma really is, how to notice trauma, and some keywords that can be used as triggers so you know not to use those words or those phrases. And it was a lot of networking of a lot of like-minded folks that were there as well. So it was a very informative training.
Mhm. So I'm gonna give the mic to everyone, so we all can just throw out 2 cents in and ask each other questions. Y'all ready to take over the torch? We're gonna start with
The chief look a little scared.
the chief.
Oh, I'm fine.
So Chief, just ask us questions about the trauma response team, because it's things that y'all know that I don't, and y'all can just let the world know.
Before you do that, Brother
About-
Wallace, how long you been a part of the trauma response team?
Okay. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm the sergeant, right? I appreciate that.
How many trainings
So-
you had? How many certificates you got on your wall?
I think I have about 5 of them.
Okay.
And we want to get to the part where how the mind and the brain connect, and the trainer can talk about that, and all of us can elaborate on different questions that we should know. So we're going to start with the deputy chief. I said that right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I got the
He
right
got, he got a serious face look. He
Deputy
got a serious
chief.
look on, yeah.
commander, right?
Yes, sir, second in command.
Second in command. So, just elaborate on the question that you want to ask us. That
Well,
I might didn't have all the
one-
questions that you.
One of the
need to
things that
be out there.
we do, we also ask the candidates to take a ride along, and the purpose for the ride along is we want you to realize what the police officers go through within 8 hours. I learned within the 8 hours that I did the ride along with them that it's very stressful, because they leave from one crime to next crime to next crime, next crime, next crime. And then when they get off, they don't get debrief. They just take off and go home. So that's triggering a lot of trauma with them. So we also, I'm working on some things with I like to take the trauma team out. I now live in Aberdeen, and by me living in Aberdeen, I had a chance to talk to the mayor there at City Hall last night, and we're a possibility the trauma team may be going to Harford County in Aberdeen. One thing I found out, they don't have a crisis unit. So the mayor was very accepted, not like the mayor here. Well, anyway.
Wait a minute. We're going to talk about that because when I hear little things like that, I want to know about the difference between the mayor here in Baltimore City and the mayor in Harford County.
The mayor in Harford County in Aberdeen, he actually gave me his personal number last night that we're getting ready to set up a meeting with the chief of police. We're getting ready to start a crisis unit there because they never had a crisis unit there. They also interested in the trauma team coming there to teach on trauma because they never had that type of training in Harford County.
Breaking news.
So the thing of it is, I'm working on that.
You ain't the first, right?
Yes, I'm working on that. I called the commander yesterday and told him as soon as I came out the meeting, I called him and told him. So we are going to expand. There, as we was talking, first thing I asked him was there any finance? And first thing he said to us, that said to me that Harford County has the finance. So we're going to make things happen.
Wow, that's exciting.
As much as we can.
So, Deputy Chief, is the mayor here in Baltimore interested in the trauma response?
No, they're not. And I know you did that because you want to see the pit bull.
So, who's the mayor here in Baltimore City? What's his name?
Brandon Scott.
Don't fall. Scott. I just want to know, because
I'm quite sure you know who he is.
So we here in Baltimore, this is a national show. We're gonna take a walk and nationally as well. But right now we here in Baltimore City. We took a walk here going to Harford County. You just heard it live here.
I just say that because Brother Ward is a businessman, and I know when I used to be on you and Minister Flowers show, I spoke to then was President City Council Jack Young, and I spoke to him and he got upset, and I asked him why was he acting like that. He said, y'all were talking about me on the show.
Oh.
I said, well, I wasn't talking about you. He said, but you were on the show.
So saying,
I want Brother Rodney to feel comfortable because he is a respectable businessman in this city. So I don't want
no last to fall on Brother Rodney.
I know he can handle it.
I'm good.
Okay, good. Thank you. As long as you're okay.
And that's why I'm here, because I also see a lot of indifferences that go on, and I want to be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Thank you. He good.
But I like the idea that Deputy Chief going to expand it to Harford County. That's excellent because we have enough men, like a whole army of trauma response team that it's like hundreds of us. Hundreds. You already have your team in place to make a move.
Was this when people join the trauma response team, and at some point when we switch over, I'd like to bring Brother Sunni back up. Pastor Hooper, why you do what you do with the trauma response team?
Compassion for God's people.
Sister Rucker, why do you do what you do?
The same thing. Compassion for God's people and wanting to rebuild our communities from the ground up.
Brother Wallace, why? We know why
it's
you
in
do
my heart.
It's in your heart.
I love what I'm doing. I appreciate another opportunity, what I like to do.
Have you been under the bridge lately giving away money?
Giving away money. The reason why I do certain things like that, because it's a passion, because I learned this. You can't take it with you. You might as well enjoy it.
That's right.
That's right.
I ain't never seen a U-Haul behind the hearse.
Right. So that's why I do what I do.
You love people.
Right. I love people, and I like to make other people happy.
How long we been knowing each other, Brother Wallace?
We just started knowing each other for the last maybe 12 years. How many?
12.
9?
No, it's 10,
11 going on 12 years.
You helped me get my own radio show.
Yes,
Grateful.
sir. I appreciate it.
Watching
Well,
the war.
I gotta pay
Hosted
some
by
bills, so
Larry
don't touch
Wallace
that dial.
on the
We'll be right back.
Coyoteman
Stay
Show
tuned.
Network.
Walk with Larry Wallace.
Let's take a walk with Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. With Larry Wallace. Let's take a walk.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyoteman Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancepecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancepecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.